Hello everyone, it's your girl Billie Jane here with PCAL Financial Group, Partnership in Creating a Legacy. I love to help families create a knowledge legacy using the gift of education and our ESPs. And I also am really passionate about helping families create a hedge of protection around their legacies using insurance. And I also like to help those of you who are business owners. There's some really cool ways that we can not only protect your legacy, but also enhance it with some creative insurance strategies. So, what day is it today? I'm so glad to be back with another Tip Tuesday. It's been a minute, but I had my Tip Tuesday last week and I'm back again to share some tips with you. But I had to reflect on the week last week and I was so happy to be back and to be sharing my vision for a new Greenwood. Now, I serve all families. I just want to serve people who are passionate about investing in their kids, okay? Where this is something that's important to them. They really feel that it is their responsibility as parents to invest and prepare for the next generation. I love to serve families like that, but most especially, I love to help families within my own community. And I have a vision for an amazing future in a new Greenwood of prosperity and abundance, you know, for the next generations to come. So I had an awesome time. I had a building a knowledge legacy info session with families, and I shared the vision and they totally embraced it and were buying into it. I had a mom like, oh, my daughter, she's in, preparing for med school, and yes, we're participating in this new Greenwood. And I'm like, okay, I just loved it. But of course, when I talk to families about, how they can invest in their kids' education, they have a common concern is, how am I going to make this happen? I've got so many dollars. I've got so many demands on my income. How am I going to make this happen? And so I love to come out here with some tips on how you can make this happen, because I know how important it is for you to also, we got to take care of ourselves in the here and now while also preparing for the future and thinking ahead. So I'm going to share some tips. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, the Canada Child Benefit, okay? For those of you who know about this program and not leveraging it, I encourage you to do so. The Canada Child Benefit is like, back in my day, was called a baby bonus, where the government will just give some extra money to families to help them to raise their kids. And I believe that for families, it's tiered based on income and the number of children and the ages of your children, but I believe for a family whose income is about $80,000, you're looking at about maybe $300 a month. But there are calculators online that you can go and you can put in your numbers and get a number if you don't know. But I'm sure for many of you with, with children over the age of 1, you're probably getting this money. But you need to file your taxes to get this money, okay? So make sure you file your taxes. But that aside, you're getting your Canada Child Benefit. If you can close your eyes to some of it, or even all of it, depending on your resources, close your eyes. Don't incorporate it into your budget. It's so hard to peel it out. But if it's there and you're able, you're strong, and you can peel it out, I encourage you to do so, because you're taking government money. It's going to earn more government money, at least 20%, maybe 30% or 40%, depending on where your income's at. But it's earning more money in terms of grant. And then it's growing without being taxed. That's an amazing thing, because I say without being taxed. Ultimately, it is taxed when our kids take it out, but kids don't make enough money. Most kids don't make enough money to really be taxed, okay? So this is a really powerful way to use that money to fund your child's future, okay? And not having to go into your own wallet, so you can keep your wallet for your own today and for your own future, okay? So take advantage of that. And also, on top of the CCB, the government has a new program called the Canada Child Benefit Supplement. Now, this is extra money up to $1,200 for families with children who are 6 years and under. They get up to $1,200 depending on income. Okay, I believe if income is below $120,000, you can be eligible to getting some of this money, but you can get up to another $1,200 a year. They break it up quarterly, so you're looking at up to $300 each quarter for each child under the age of 6. Like that, close your eyes to that money, put that in, okay? Let the government fund your child's future and create an amazing legacy for yourself, okay? So that's the Canada Child Benefit. I'll put the, some links so that you can, click on it to get some more details, run the calculator, stuff like that. The other thing that I want to share with you is leveraging other people's money from gifts and event gifts, okay? Like, you know, when you've got things for new baby, you've got christenings, you've got baptisms, you've got dedications, you've got, like, within my own culture, the Ghanaian culture, we have something called an outdooring or naming ceremony, and people come with money in tow. Take some of that money, some of it, not all of it, because, you know, we want to bless our families, our babies with this, right? But take some of that, throw that in. Let's say it's $1,000. Well, it's not really $1,000. Every dollar you get, think about it with Grant. $1,000 is really $1,200. That's $1,200 you didn't need to find. Okay, that's amazing. So consider doing that. All right, I have to tell you, I bought a lot of clothes, especially for my daughter. I went in my basement and I found clothes still with their tags on. Do you know where that went? Into the donation box. Okay, for some families who would take it, that was great. Others, it went to the donation box. That was a lot of money that could have gone into funding her education. All right, so I encourage you to consider that as well. Bank of grandma and grandpa, come on. My dad would come over, and every time he comes, he brings a little money, 20 bucks here, 30 bucks here. He just wants to teach them about money and keeping money and, you know, saving it for a goal and stuff like that. But I could have taken half of that. If I had done that for my daughter and I took half of it, she's now 18. So let's say through her, you know, high school years. That was about, I say, 25 bi-weekly. I would have had $6,600. That's not including interest. Just $6,600 in that money plus grant. Wow. That would have gone towards her future. Or I could have used that money to go towards her future and I didn't have to save it. So that's more money to help me in my here and now. And also planning for my own future and all the other wealth building, you know, legacy building strategies that I want to implement. So I want you to consider that. And I got another one for you. I'm full of more. Year-end bonuses. Can you close your eyes to some of it? I know it's spent even before you got it, right? I remember the days when I worked corporate and I was looking forward to that year-end bonus. But if you can close your eyes to some of that and you can throw that in as a lump sum, let's say at the end of the year to catch up, to try to maximize your grants, do that. Right? Same thing with your tax returns if you get it. If it's not spent already, you can take some of that and throw that in just to top it up so you can get the rest of your grant. And what if you get a raise? 1%? I know, it's not really a lot. But if it's 1%, 2% raise, what if you give your child a 1%, 2% raise? That adds up over time. What do you think? Anyway, these are just some of the strategies I love to share with family. So I'm hoping that it was helpful to you. I'm hoping that you are empowered and inspired that you can do this and it does not have to break your wallet to happen. You can use other people's money. So I invite you and encourage you to do that. So that's my tip for this week. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. If you've got any questions for me, you need to reach out. Feel free to reach out to me on social. You can reach out to me by email, info@pcalfinancialgroup.ca. You can check out my website, pcalfinancialgroup.ca. I'd love to hear from you. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye.